What's going on, everybody? It's your homeboy K-Blind Network here, chilling out, maxing out, doing my thing. Alright, y'all. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about The Flash, Season 3, Episode 3, Black Flash versus Kid Flash, aka Wally West. Let's get into this. Now, if you haven't already seen my two previous videos, go check them out. It talks about the two episodes leading up into this. Alright, now this episode starts out with Barry and Team Arrow in the Arrow Cave working on plans to take down Robert Queen, aka the current Arrow. Meanwhile, Cisco calls Barry to reveal that he's reached a level to see through the timelines and he saw how Barry was the Flash and everything else. Remember, Cisco getting the powers, he can see through the timeline. If you remember, Barry went back in time when Harrison Wells killed Cisco. Well, he went back in time basically to stop a whole tidal wave, but Harrison Wells killed Cisco and Cisco still remembered dying. He remembered dying. Now, Barry goes back to the others to tell them about Cisco getting his abilities back. He's their ally now, so it's possible he can get his speed back even faster. When they start talking, the metahuman alert starts going off. They detect a metahuman running at high speeds throughout Star City. Now, Barry's thinking, wait a minute, that could be Wally, but Wally's supposed to be in Central City. Now, Barry and Team Arrow hijack a camera. Once they hijack a camera, they see that this figure is really the Black Flash, aka Zoom. Barry panics and can't believe Zoom is back. He believes that the time change caused Zoom to be alive, but as you know, the Speed Force doesn't work like that. The Zoom of that time period, he got brought into the Speed Force and turned into a time wraith. So it doesn't matter what happened to the time period. The Zoom of that time in the Speed Force will always be there because that's how the Speed Force works. I mean, you could check it out in the New 52 when Blue Flash went back and killed his other previous selves. I mean, he didn't disappear because, once again, as long as you're not in that time period, you will still exist. That's how the Speed Force works. Now, as soon as Black Flash comes up, everybody's kind of looking sideways because they don't know the importance of it. Barry reveal who this guy is and why he's so dangerous. That gets everybody really spooked. Barry gets back on the phone to try to contact Cisco again when they see Wally West running to save the day on the monitor. Now, Wally West confronts the Black Flash. Barry is terrified because he knows how the Black Flash can hurt Wally. Now, Wally's looking at the Black Flash, and now Wally's trying to talk to him any type of way, and then the Black Flash looks at him weird, and he says, Barry? And then Wally kind of is stunned a bit because he knows who Barry is, and he's looking like, why is this thing thinking I'm Barry? Furthermore, how does he even know who Barry is? Now, the Black Flash continually questions Wally about Barry and such, and Wally says that I will not tell you where Barry is, so then Wally tries to attack the Black Flash because he knows the Black Flash is going after Barry. The Black Flash easily subdues Wally West, grabbing him, draining his life force out, but not before getting a few punch and kicks in and brutally knocking the hell out of Wally West. Now, Wally West is left on the ground because Zoom did not finish him. The Black Flash is only there to capture the speedsters who interfered with the timeline. He's not there for Wally West. Drops him, leaves him. Wally West is there completely hurt. Life force partly drained. So, Team Arrow goes to retrieve Wally and brings him back to the Arrow Cave to treat his wounds. Wally West unconscious. Barry teams discuss a way for Barry to gain his speed back to help take down Zoom. Barry tells Team Arrow about a way that a speedster can steal another speedster's speed. Now, Diggle is going to recommend that why don't they just share the speed, but then Barry's going to tell them that's not how the speed force works. Taking too much will damage the individual. And doing that, they could possibly lose all their speed, which means that they will still be in the same situation. Now, Wally is still, pretending to be unconscious. Now, he was unconscious for a great period, but then after Wally's hearing all this, he starts, you know how CW does. They pretend like they're asleep, but they're really awake. Now, Barry also decides to tell everybody else about how he gave up his speed for Wally's life, and he tells them about that alternate timeline and everything. And now, Wally West is thinking like, wait a minute, this thing is looking for him. Barry is supposed to be the Flash. You know Barry told Iris Joe. You know about Barry. He's a big effing big mouth. He tells everybody about his abilities. He literally does. You guys know that. Once the whole metahuman crisis started going off, as I was talking about in episode 1, he's gonna, tell Iris, try to talk to Wally. They're not going to believe him at all. So that's how we got to Team Arrow. All right. Now, Wally West is going to agree to help Barry and such try to trap Zoom to try to steal some of Zoom's speed from him. Same way that Zoom took Barry's speed from him. They have to get this tracer on Zoom. Now, they could say, Wally, since he's not after you, you can get close enough to him to put this tracer on him, or I don't know what it's really called. It was a device that Harrison Wells put in Barry's icon to steal his speed for Zoom. Now, they can try that on the time rape Zoom to get Barry's speed back. They can do that because once they do that, the Speed Force can be ejected right into Barry, and boom, he's the Flash again. Now, Wally West hears all of this and starts believing Barry more. Before, Wally West did not believe Barry, but after everything that happened, Wally West can honestly say that he believes him. Not just that, Barry also tells everybody about how Zoom originally did not look like that, and he's going to tell them about how the time raves got him and they pulled him into the time stream and such. And then Barry's going to reveal that the time raves only go after people who screw up the timeline. And that's going to lead into the next episode when I'm talking about when the whole Team Arrow and Wally West is going to confront Barry about changing the time stream. So guys, make sure to stay tuned for that. I'll keep you updated on everything happening with Flash Season 3. I love doing these prediction videos. I'm talking about the bases that can lead up to an amazing part in it. And I'm using Flashpoint elements as well. Zoom was looking for Barry. Now it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. Make sure to stay tuned, guys, for more. Put in the comment section below, what do you think about my prediction? I'm going to do one of episode 4 in the next couple of days. Stay tuned today for a themed Warframe build involving Wally West. Peace out.